All right, all right, all right. Peace, blessings, enough, holy, plenty, a lot of love to all our queens and kings in the house here on Meeting Platform and, of course, on the varied YouTube platforms. Really, really appreciate you all joining us here on Deep Dive Globally Changing Lives. Welcome, welcome, welcome. There is a few changes as opposed to the flyer. There's a few changes, so we will get into those changes as we go along. And so, as you all know, the the theme song that kick off our program, In It to Win It, of course. It is gifted to us from Queen Loretta Shadari, international singing, recording artist. All right. And so we are going to play that song as it has been played from 2021 until now. Every Thursday, every Tuesday on this program. So we do want to thank Queen Loretta Shadari for In It to Win It.
the closing doors, please.
All right, all right. Thank you very much, Queen Loretta Shadari. Really appreciate, really appreciate. All right, before the main speaker come on, we're just going to kind of say a little thing on the mindset. The mindset today actually has to do with a powerful mindset for 2026. That is what we are looking at today. A powerful mindset for 2026. A lot of people don't really fully comprehend that everything in life that happens or do happen has to do with your mindset or my mindset. How do you overcome the challenges, or how do you um you know just flow with the challenges, or how do you allow the challenges to beat you down? So those are really the options. Is either you fight or you flight. So basically that is where it is. um so a powerful mindset for 2026: focus on growth, focus on resilience, and focus on purpose, and letting go of past burdens, because that is what a lot of us focus on. We focus on the negativities, we focus on the burdens, we focus on the problems, we focus on the issues, we focus on the pessimistic side of things. And so unfortunately we are beaten down. However, I am here to let you know that when we embrace learning over perfection and finding fulfillment in contribution while adapting to change through curiosity and small, consistent actions rather than striving for massive, sudden leaps. No, 1,000 steps, 1,000 miles is 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 victorious, or is accomplished by one step at a time. So the key themes include building intentional habits, building intentional habits, leveraging your brain's capacity. We forget, or maybe we don't know, I don't know which one of them, but we have 14 billion brain cells, and most of us not even using half, really and truly. Some people not even using quarter, really and truly, seriously. All right. And so we use a little amount of our brain cells, and we have a lot, right? And the brain cells, your capacity to learn, is where the growth comes from. And shifting from seeking external validation to internal meaning through service and self-belief. So let us look at the core mindset shift for 2026. Let us look at that. Start with growth. Growth and learning View challenges as lessons, not failures. Let me say that again. View challenges as lessons and not failures, and welcome diverse perspective for improvement. Let us stop look at at challenges as oh, I failed. Basically, you didn't fail just because this thing is challenging. You don't know to the algebra, or you're not too good at your job, or whatever it is. Let us look at challenges as lesson to learn what we don't know or what we need to know more. And especially with artificial intelligence knocking at everybody's front door, not back door anymore, front door. Because a lot of people is losing their job due to AI and machine learning. So based on even where technology is going today, let us challenge ourselves for 2026 to learn so that we can grow. Resilience, resilience. Develop the ability to bounce back from setbacks and adapt to evolving circumstances. As I said again, let me repeat that. Resilience. Develop the ability to bounce back from setbacks and adapt to evolving circumstances. No circumstance is going to be static. No, circumstances will never be static. And so life, life is about 20% of what happened to you and 80% of how you deal with it. That is life. All right? Purpose-driven actions. Purpose-driven actions. These are some of the the um the action for 2026. Focus on meaningful contributions, serving others, and building habits that align with your values, not just productivity. Because if you just concentrate on productivity and not the values that come with that productivity, then you're just wasting time. Because unfortunately, um, even 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 people who do shady stuff are productive, but does that align with values? And that's what we're talking about. Align yourself with values. Embrace the unknown. You don't know everything. I don't know everything. Nobody knows everything apart from God, of course. But embrace the unknown, because unknown is going to face us in 2026. Let us embrace the unknown. Cultivate curiosity and release the need for rigid control over how success must look, allowing for bigger opportunities. Okay? So let us recognize, especially again, we have to talk about artificial intelligence, right? Cultivate the curiosity for artificial intelligence. Cultivate the curiosity for learning so that 2026 can be much more valuable to you. Let go of the past. Stop holding on to the past. Embrace the now and the future. Intentionally release past disappointments, failures, or even comfortable success that hold you back. Let go. That failure not going to help you today. That disappointment last week not going to help you today. And worse, not going to help you in 2026. So leave the failures. Learn from them. Learn from them. Right? My great grandmother Dingy always said, learn from your mistakes. Learn from them. So that you don't go back and do the same thing all over again. So learn from them. Right? Start small and be consistent. Start small. Don't try to, you know, do it all at once. Start small and be consistent. You don't have to be great to start. Consistent, low intensity effort prevent and builds momentum. Start small and then build the momentum, but just be consistent. That's all we need to do. Be consistent. Right? So I hope that these help us for 2026, that we will find that way to have a powerful mindset for 2026. I thank you all very much, and I hope that that small mindset helps you in 2026, which is just a couple of days. Actually, by the time we reach Thursday, which is Thursday deep dive, we will be in 2026. So we do hope and trust that come Thursday, you and I will stop focusing so much on the failures of the past. Use them to build your future for 2026. I thank you all very much. Really appreciate. And I do hope that everyone um, heard the few words that I spoke. All right. So we're going. Don't know if anyone want to really comment or say anything. Other than that, we will go into our. Oh, I didn't have up the sorry, I didn't have up the raise hand. All right, I think it's up now. All right, but the next speaker, as we all know, we have come to love, grown to love, and appreciate his financial advice, his health advice or advices, if that's a word. No, maybe not. I don't even know. All right, but we have come to grow and love this young man, and he has been presenting, or he has presented many times right here on Deep Dive and also on Dream Team. And I think that he did on Oh Passion, not sure. But he has spoken right here on Deep Dive many times. He's a trusted leader. He's been leading others internationally. He's an international speaker, an international mentor, and personal development coach, of course. He has proven to be an excellent teacher, and he has taught us a lot right here on Deep Dive. He's a financial specialist, of course, and a business and leadership development and finance for over 2 decades. So he's a motivational speaker, and he has spoken here many times before. So help me welcome King Timothy Ferguson Jr.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Derek. It is always a pleasure and it is always an honor. It's great seeing everybody on the call, and I love being here. Just so you know, Dr. Tunishai Ford was going to be on, and she had a emergency matter, and she reached out to me to ask me if I could fill in for her for today. And I love Dr. Ford. I've known her for many, many years now, and she's like a mother to me. And so I told her, I said, let me know. I got you. I'm blessed to be able to have the time that I have, that I can make room to be able to make changes so that I can do this. Because I want to be a help to Dr. Ford, but two, also because I love the opportunity to be able to help others. Just as Dr. Derek has mentioned, all of what I do as a health coach, financial coach, for development on all matters, and helping people in all walks of life. It is my passion and my desire to do so. And when I have the opportunity to do it, I'm always 100% open to it. What I want to say, I wanted to leave some of the comments of what Dr. Derek mentioned in the mindset matter as to something that I want to touch on and what I'm going to speak to you guys today about right now. And that is the mindset of how we think. Each and every one of us, the way we think is a product of not just who we are, but what we have. And the biggest challenge that we all have is when we don't recognize that our biggest challenge is our thinking. That's the worst matter, because at least when you're aware of problems and you might say, I just don't know how to overcome this problem and I just need some help in that matter. Well, you're halfway there. But the worst case is when you're in a place when you don't know you have a problem, or you don't recognize that what the problem actually is. And what's even worse than that is when you defend that problem. And what do I mean by that? I mean by when you have a mindset, a prideful mindset that defends the thoughts and the actions and the things you do and how you feel and why you do the things you do that are a result of the decisions that are made. Am I saying that you're a mistake, I'm a mistake? No. I'm saying that we make mistakes. That's a part of the process. And am I saying that in the process are you gonna ever avoid making mistakes in life? No. But just as Dr. Derek had mentioned, it's not about what we do. It's not about the mistake in and of itself. It's how we manage and handle these mistakes. Do we grow from these mistakes, whereas we learn from them, and overcome them, only to be able to be challenged with greater matters? Or do we find ourselves falling into the same plots or same issues year after year after year? Now, guys, we're on the cusp of 2025. It has passed by like a blur, and we're coming on to 2026. And many of us can say to ourselves, if we go back a year ago, and somebody asked you, what was your New Year's resolution for 2025? And you might say, oh, to get out of debt, or to lose 50 pounds, or whatever the case is. The question we want to ask yourself now, and I want you guys to ask yourself the question, what was your 2025 New Year's resolution? And ask yourself, okay, one of the biggest the things that we have to learn how to overcome is ourselves. And what I mean by that is overcoming ourselves and asking ourselves, or dealing with the things within us that we don't like to deal with, we don't like to see, we don't like to look at. As I was mentioning on another call, when it comes to looking in the mirror, we don't like everything that we see. And the things that we do like is what we expose. And so we like being in environments where people commend us, where people talk about how good we are. They expound on our strengths, our talents, our gifts. It makes us feel good. And we all have gifts. We all have these strengths. And yes, it makes us feel good. But there's also some stuff that when we look in the mirror, we don't like looking at seeing. It's the things that we don't like people to see. And in fact, it's the things that when they are exposed, we don't like people to point out, because of how it makes us feel. Or as we feel that it takes away from the light of our talents, in the light of our strengths. And the truth of the matter is it does take away from the light of our challenges. The light of our talents. So how do we overcome this? What am I going to do? We can all look back at ourselves and we can say, and we can look at a list of things that we did not accomplish or fulfill in 2025 that we hoped to fulfill when we look back December 29th, December 30th of 2024. And now some of you might say, when we talk about that New Year's resolution, you might say to yourself that you have the same resolution for 2026 that you have from 2025. Some of you might even say, I don't have a New Year's resolution anymore because I've never fulfilled it. I've had resolutions from 2015 that have not come to pass. We all can look back and we can see things and that determine why we think and why we're doing it the way we're doing. But here's what I want you to do right now, guys. I want everybody to erase the past. Let's erase 2024, 2023, whatever that went on, failures, all of those things, and erase it. Okay. And we're going to start over with a clean slate to where now we want to start over with a clean slate to where now, what does 2026 going to look like? What do I want 2026 to look like? Okay. And rather than not making decisions or making decisions that are like unclear decisions, all because of the fear of failure. Well, I don't want to fail. I don't want to make a resolution and not make and fulfill it. So I'd rather not say anything, or I'd rather be vague about it. I want you to be clear. What is your 2026 New Year's resolution? What do you want to fulfill? I want to have $10,000 in the bank, or $50,000, or I want to lose 100 pounds. Whatever it is, and it doesn't matter. Write that down. Say it in your mind and write it on a piece of paper. Writing on a piece of paper makes this real. And in this case here, rather than looking at failure and fear, which are all perspectives as driven by emotions, determining our successes or lack thereof. We want to eliminate the feelings of emotions, and we want to make the choice of allowing discipline and alignment to come into to be the factor. Okay, just as Dr. Derek mentioned, there's always two ways that we can look at everything. We can look at everything. We look at the problems, the challenges, how it makes us feel, the frustrations, or we can look at how we can grow from them. You know, what it was and what we can do to become better. This is a perspective that we're going to have solely based on how we choose to look at things, starting how we choose to look at ourselves and as a whole. But I want you to look at yourself as a succeeder. I can succeed. I can do this. Everything that you have accomplished are all products that you've accomplished because you said, I can do this. Nobody's done anything and succeeded by mistake or by error. Okay. Is there such thing as gambling lottery? Yeah, you can, but nobody does things with the probability and succeeds. We all succeed because we say we can do it. We believe we can do it. Even if we can't. It starts off as saying, I can do this. So where am I getting at here, guys? I'm getting into the mindset, to getting a mindset that now enables me to fulfill the dreams, the goals, the visions that I've always been looking to fulfill. So how do I go about doing this? Another thing that Dr. Derek said, and guys, I hope this is what he's saying is recorded, because we need to listen to it over and over again, because everything that he was saying are jewels to the mind when it comes to mindset and success. And we need to hear it over and over again, not just one time, but we need to hear it on a regular basis. We need to hear this starting our mornings, and speak these things to ourselves. Just like we need to eat food every single day to replenish our bodies. We need to speak positivity. We need to speak words that are hinged upon discipline and alignment, which speaks against emotions and feelings in this matters here. And when we do that, we now start off with a mindset of I'm going to fulfill, or a mindset of how am I going to get there? Now, I wouldn't be saying any of this stuff to you guys for you just to say, okay, figure all this stuff out, and then now feed you to the sharks and go figure it out here. I'm saying all these things, this stuff here, guys, is because I'm here to help you. It's my intention to help you where you're at. But we can't fix a problem that we don't know exists. Or we can't fix a problem that we're unwilling to address as actually a problem. And I get it that we live in a world out here that is and you know that has a lot of error. There's a lot of fraud. There's a lot of things that are out here that has broken people's trust to believing that I can succeed, or to believing that this person can help me in succeeding. But you know, as Dr. Derek said, is that, you know, I'm one where I'm here for the help to help people where they are, where they're at, and where they want to go, wherever that case is. Why can I say that? Whatever it is, because it's not about the subject matter that's the case here. Where my expertise lies in, and what I can teach you for you to walk away in is in the mindset of how we think. As Dr. Derek mentioned, 80%, how, you know, the 80-20 rule is what I call it. What do I spend my time on? When it comes to dealing with circumstances, when it comes to dealing with matters, I spend 80% of my time thinking about the situation, thinking about the matter, thinking about how to overcome this or how I overcame it, whatever the case, and 20% on the matter thinking about myself. When the truth of the matter is how you succeed is to not focus 80% on the matters at hand, but it's to focus 80% on the matters and within us, looking at ourselves. And so how I do that is through daily growth. A mindset of saying, I want to learn and I want to develop and into something more than I was yesterday. I want to allow my experiences, good, bad, ugly, and indifferent, to be to be experiences to shape me into who I need to be to fulfill that goal. I want to go back on an example on a matter. We all can recall. I'm not going to open up any books or anything here, but we all can recall Joseph, one of the 12 sons of Jacob, and the story of Joseph. And if we all can recall the story of Joseph, we all recall that he was considered Jacob's favorite. You know, he gave him his coat of arms, to where his older brothers were jealous of him. And, you know, Joseph had an anointing. He had a talent. He had a gift. But in the beginning, he was young. He was immature. And so he had a vision. He had all these things, but what he lacked was the maturity and the threshold and the development that, you know, in association with it. And this is how many of us are when it comes to how we look at ourselves in the mirror. We have talents, we have skills, we have strengths. But there's a part of what we look at that we don't look at, that are the reasons as to why we have not fulfilled certain matters associated to these talents and skills and strengths. Because it has nothing to do with the talents in and of itself. It has to do with the maturity that is in us. And so and when it comes to the maturity, I'm not talking about I'm going to develop maturity by reading a lot of books and watching a lot of education to develop. That's one way of growing. But the greatest means to grow, guys, is within ourselves through the problems that we experience. You know, the Bible says, James 1:2, consider it all joy when trial and tribulations come your way, for it gives you the opportunity to grow. Okay, that is it's scriptural, but it's life. Whether you go to the gym and you exercise and your muscles are sore, when you heal with stronger, more powerful muscles. If you don't exercise, or if you go to the gym and you don't break those muscles down, you don't grow. So what is it that we have when it comes to dealing with circumstances, dealing with ourselves? It's the same thing. The challenges that we deal with are challenges where we have opportunity to grow or stay in it, depending on all how we look at it. So when it comes to 2026 and the New Year's resolutions, guys, I want you to look at what are my challenges? What are my experience, the things that I'm dealing with at hand that I need help in? And rather than ignoring them because I recognize I need help or I don't like the way it makes me feel, I'm going to address these matters. And I'm going to look at and when I address these matters, I see it for what it is. Not saying I got to like these things, but I now recognize that it is these matters here that I have to develop in and overcome that is going to help me fulfill my destiny. Okay. And it is my objective, guys, to be here to help you in fulfilling that. Okay. It's not about us finding out, me hearing about what the problems are to laugh at you or to say I don't understand or to say, man, you got a lot of problems, whatever. Well, we all have that. So there's no judgment in this case here and in this matter here. And that's the first thought in the mindset that we have to eliminate. Stop caring about how other people think, because they have no place to put you in. They have no power over you. They have no ability of changing your circumstances with their words. Who cares? If I don't have anything to give you, there's nothing to take. So what we want to care about is, I want to care about the solution, and being associated with someone who can help me in fulfilling these solutions. And so how do I start that? I'm going to start that with learning, understanding that I got to look in the mirror and I got to deal with the matters in me that I don't like to deal with or don't want to see dealing with. Okay. So 2026, guys, to make this so this is not it's not a repeat of 2025 or 24, 23, or the last 5, 10, 15 years or so in the matter that we can look at in some form or another. How this is going to be different is because I'm going into this with a different mindset. I'm going into this with the mindset that I'm facing my fears. I'm facing my failures. The things that I know that I need to get together and I need to get with, I'm facing them. And I'm saying now, how do I overcome this? That's all all this comes with this question now. It was never intended for us to do this alone. It was never intended. This world is so backwards the way it gets us thinking this way, working a job and living on 1 or 2 income streams, and trying to pride ourselves that I'm successful because I'm making a lot of money or whatever, or not. And in this case, but I'm doing this alone. All to be in the place to being realistic, that if I told you my story, what was going on, despite all my successes, I'm having problems like everybody else. That's the way this world is today. And so to come out of that, so we want to come out of that recognizing that is out of order. It doesn't work. It doesn't. It's not gonna get us where we want to get to. What's gonna get us there is us coming together, recognizing we all have essential value, not for just ourselves, but for one another, and utilizing and be in position to utilize putting those essential value to work and helping other people. So for 2026, what is your New Year's resolution? Write that down. I want to get out of debt. I want to pay my debts down. I need extra money. I add $5,000 to my monthly income. I want to lose 50 pounds. Whatever that is. What is that New Year's resolution? Write it down. Don't worry about, can I make this or accomplish this or not? Don't worry about that. Don't make it so small that it's achievable. I want to lose 5 pounds because I would rather feel the success of winning, even if it's little to nothing, than something big that I feel is out of reach. And so why do we have a number there? Because when we have a number there, then we're able to put into place, what is it going to take for us to meet this? What's this going to require? How much is it going to require of me, of my time, of my investment, whatever the case is? Okay. And am I willing to do it? Here's the question that you got to ask yourself. If you're not willing to do it, what's the reason why? Is it because you don't believe? Is it because you just don't have the ethic, you really want to work it out? You got to ask yourself these questions, because these are the barriers that prevents us from obtaining our destiny, or our destiny just remaining being dreams. And if people have accomplished these things, that means it's possible. And so what I'm saying here, guys, is if you have a New Year's resolution and you say, Tim, I want to lose 50 pounds. Let's talk. I can help you do that. If you have a New Year's resolution and saying, I want to get my finances in order. Let's talk. I can help you do that. I want to find out ways that I can earn more income. more than just one income stream. I can help you do that. That's what I'm here for. But it all starts off with a goal. I can't create that goal for you. I can't make those goals for you. I can't push those goals for you, but I can work those goals for you. And that is what is required. That's what we all need. We all need it. I need it myself. I have accountability partners who tell me and ask me the question, where do you want to be 365 days from now? Don't tell me what you want to be that you think you can accomplish. Where do you want to be? I say, I want to be a millionaire. They can't say, oh, no, that's way too big. No, that's not possible. No, okay. That's great. Let's sit down and let's see what you need to do in order to accomplish that. Is that plausible? And we'll see. They may say, hey, based on what you got to do, where you're at and where you need to go, that's not hard to accomplish. Or they might say, you got to put in some grind to do it, but it's possible. But everything that I can tell you that is going to require me to do is change me. Everything it requires is all within me and having to change something in myself, having to adapt or step up in something within myself in order for it to be accomplished. Has nothing to do with those matters of what it is specifically. It has everything to do with me, because at the end of the day, the question comes back down to, can you do it? Can I do this? Do I really have what it takes? Do I really want to do what it takes? I got other things that I got to deal with. I'll put that to the side. I'll get to that later. All the thoughts in my mind that I'm choosing that's causing a delay, that's the result of failed expectations, mistakes, and same continued mistakes, all because of the way that I'm choosing to think. And so when I'm sitting with someone who's helping me, they're not helping me on the matter at hand, so to speak. They're helping me on the mindset in me. They're telling me that 80% of this of you succeeding, 80% of this has everything to do with the development and the change that's inside of you. 80% of it. 20% of it is you just doing your part. Why is this so significant that 80% of it is me and 20% of that? Is because if I don't do it, well, then the 20% doesn't matter, right? If I don't put and envelop in me what I need to envelop to succeed, well, then when I apply it or try it, nothing's gonna happen. I'm not going to succeed. So why would I put all my focus on trying to succeed in that when the very thing that I need to focus on in a matter that is going to be the means of me getting there is myself? It doesn't make sense. And so for 2026, guys, let's get out of the delusion that we all are fed in terms of, I'm going to do it this year, with no intention or very little intention on changing and developing in me, or recognizing that I need to change things in me, expecting that I'm going to fulfill this goal being the same person I am now tomorrow, when that doesn't make sense. Because if I was the person that could accomplish this, I would already have it. So I want you to think about that. Our lives are a product of who we are, how we think, why we do the things we do, why we feel the way we feel. Our lives are a product of that. Our decisions, both good, bad, and indifferent, are a product of that. And so if I want my life to change, I have to change me. I have to change my decision making. I have to humble myself, say to myself, I don't know all things, just as Dr. Derek had mentioned. And I'm open to learning what I need to learn to grow. And is what am I learning taken away from what I already know? No, not at all. It's adding to it. Think about it. If what you already knew was enough, you'd have it already. But obviously, what I have and what I know is not enough. And so there's more that I need, more to this. And there's what's the pain or what's the hurt to getting it? What's the fear to getting it? Think about these questions, because when we really think about these questions, when we get to a place of coherence and thinking, we start to say to ourselves, yeah, you're right, that doesn't make sense. Why am I rejecting the power and the things that I need to succeed? What do I have to prove not doing so? What do I have to prove? If it worked, I would have it already. I've been working on these matters for my entire life. What's going to be different now than doing it again? We all have heard the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over again, expecting a different result. It's insane. So how am I going to, with who I am, the way that I think, myself, good, bad, and different, what I produce, how does that make sense that I'm going to produce greater when all that I've proven I can produce is what I have right now, good, bad, or indifferent? It's a delusion. I'm lying to myself. I'm treating my life like the lottery, like a probability. And here's the problem with that, guys. You might say, well, hey, I like doing that. Hey, I want to take another chance. You might like doing it. That's fine. But here's the thing. 2025 is gone, and it's not coming back. We'll never see it again. After tomorrow, we're in a new year, and everything of 2025 is gone. Everything we wanted to accomplish is past. We're a year older. Another step closer to the ends of our lives. We don't revert back. We can't go back in time and redo it. So, do I really want to waste time? Do I want to waste another 356 days? I know I need to do this. I know I need to do that. Or it's because of this. It's because of that. That's the reason why I don't have anything. Words that I've been saying to myself, and words and excuses that I've made that I hear people make over and over and over again, year after year after year after year, in their lives are the products of that, showing little to nothing. Do I want to do that again? No. How many of us can take what we know today and say, I wish I knew what I knew today 20 years ago? If I can go back 20 years ago, I would do things totally different. I wish I knew that I could do that. We would all say that. We would all say, I wish I knew today what I knew today 20 years ago. All my decisions would be to be different. 20 years later, I would be a totally different person today had I been doing what I did today 20 years ago. Nobody would say, in this case, hey, if I didn't have a choice, I wouldn't. And I'm not talking about saying, my life was this, I want to go back in 20 years and not have my family or anything. I'm not talking about that. I'm just speaking solely just from a knowledge aspect. When you look back and saying the things that you know now and the things that you are doing now that you did not do and that you wish you would have done because you're seeing the fruit of it now, but you're like, man, I wish I experienced this 10 years ago. We all can say that. But yet, it's only something that we can only say we can do. So I can't do anything about yesterday. I can't do anything about the past. But what I do today is going to determine what tomorrow is going to look like. It's going to determine what the next day, in the week, in a month, in the next, in the next month, in the next year is going to look like. Based on what I choose to do today and what I choose to do tomorrow is going to determine that. So ask yourself the question, do I want to choose to do what I've been doing? Or do I want to do something different? I want to reach these goals. I want to learn something and grow from where I'm at right now so that I can be a different person tomorrow and the next day forward. And therefore, a year from now, I have a different life. I have resolutions that I fulfilled. I have knowledge and understanding in things, making decisions and doing things that I don't do anymore. And I can finally say to myself, man, after all these years, I finally get it. This is all starting to make sense to me now. Success is not based on my education in my career, how many books I've read. Success is based on the growth and development in myself. What I put in me, What I make myself do, how I start my day, is going to be everything that determines my success. And I finally am getting the picture that that is what I need to put my focus on. That is what I need to make a priority over all these other things that produce nothing or little to nothing. And then therefore actually fulfill it. Now, guys, I'm not telling you these things from a matter, just from an inspirational matter or just from a motivational matter. I'm telling you these things. This is the process to succeed. When I sit down and I talk to these individuals that I aspire to want to obtain and achieve and do things, and I ask them questions, with certain things in my mind of what they're going to say, and they tell me something totally different, making me realize that, man, not only am I off in error in how I'm thinking to succeed, I'm totally off. I'm in the total left field in thinking when I need to be in the right field. And so I recognize that in the left field, I don't care what I'm thinking. It's all in the left field. It's all an error. I can try all these different things in a matter that are different from one another, but it's all error. And then I realized that, no, the thing that you need to be doing is A, B, and C. And it's just like, oh, wow, I never thought about that at all. And that is the reason why I'm stagnant. That is the reason why I'm seeing minimal and little success. Because my focus on what I'm focusing on to succeed and what I need to be focusing on to succeed are two totally different things. So, guys, what for your New Year's resolution for 2026, I recommend, and whatever it is that your resolution is, like I said, pay your debts off, make some, bring in extra income, lose weight, whatever that is. That's 20% of the matter. Your focus for 2026 New Year's resolution is changing in yourself. A focus of growing in yourself. A focus of challenging yourself. I don't know all things, and I'm seeking to learn more. Open to learning more. Recognizing that this is that what I'm learning is what I need to learn to truly succeed. No more life looking like I have everything I have. No more life positioning myself in the places where only my talents expose themselves. But now a life where it's genuine, where I actually have the things that I say that I'm supposed to have. I can actually fulfill the goals that I want to fulfill. And there's no greater than to be in a position to actually do it, because if you do it and you actually know the way to do it, well, then guess what? It's really easy to help other people do it. It's like the person who goes on a trip and drives. It's never been across the country before, and for them, it's a first time experience. They might drive slower. They may experience some things, learn things down the road. But guess what? Once they get to that destination, and somebody says, "Hey, show me, I want to do that too." Well, guess what? You can show them how to do it, not by just giving them directions. You can tell them all of what to prepare for and what to expect on the way getting there, prepping them for it, assuring them, hey, you got this. This is what you got to prepare for. Make sure you take this with you as well. They may be saying to themselves, why do I need all of that? That doesn't make any sense. All I need to do is just go across town, go across country. But because you've been through it and you've experienced it and you've gotten to the other side by the means of the reason why I'm here is because of enduring and developing in all of these areas. I can tell you everything that you need to have in the process versus just telling you a blueprint of what you need to have. This is what, and guys, I want you to think about it like this for 2026. This is what I fulfill in 2026. What will 2027 look like? 2027 now looks like me being that person who can then reciprocate what I have done in my life to be a help need to others out there. My children, friends, other people that are seeking out there. Making my life purposeful. I have purpose, fulfillment. to where I can, when I can say at the end of my days, I can listen to God say, "Well done, good and faithful servant." But it all starts with looking in the mirror. It all starts with looking at the areas that we know we need help in, that we know we need to step up in, and humbling ourselves and saying, "I need help," and going out there and getting it. And so, guys, I want to end with this, and again, what I'm saying is basically is a piggyback on what Dr. Derek was saying, in this matter, in the mindset, matter of this is that it's the mindset, changing the way we think. Stop looking at problems and failures and start looking at success. Stop allowing our emotions to dictate our decisions in our actions and our day-to-day, and allow discipline to steer the wheel instead. What do I mean by that? I mean that my emotions are going to be what they are. I have a bad day, I have good days, is what it is. But I'm not going to allow them to stop me from doing what I need to get done. I need to get up in the morning, and I have a routine in the morning that I need to commit to. Well, I'm going to commit to that by discipline, not by how I feel. Because I know that there are going to be days where I don't feel like getting up. There are going to be days that I don't feel like doing what I need to do. But I recognize that if I'm leading myself based upon these matters here, I'm not going to get anywhere. But if I continue to do what I need to do, regardless of how I feel, regardless of the day, and it is matter, but by means of discipline and alignment, I will get there. No probability asked. I will get there. Think about it. What sense would it make for me to do everything that I'm supposed to do and not succeed when I don't have to do anything at all to not succeed? Excuse me. Think about that. What sense does it make for me to do everything that I need to do to succeed and still not succeed? That's a waste of time. What are we doing all of this for if that's the case? So this is not our success. Our lack of success is not because we're doing everything we're supposed to do. It's because there's things that we're missing that we're not doing. And when we begin to do these things and consistently do these things, we will see change. We will see results. We will see results. You have to say that to yourself. I will see results. Things will change. But I challenge you right now, starting with 80%, getting it in your mind, saying that to yourself, confessing to that self, to yourself, believing that in yourself, that when I do this, I will see a change. Life is life, circumstances, things happen. We can't do anything about that. But that's not a reason for me not to do what I need to do regularly to meet my goal. In fact, what shows me that I'm strong inside is that when life happens, I'm not moved by it. I'm still going to do what I need to do to get done. Pick up the pieces and keep moving. Because I recognize that there's no point in not getting it done, especially when I have responsibilities. So for 2026, guys, say it to the speaking to yourself. 2026 is not going to be a repeat of 2025. I'm not going to allow it to be a repeat of 2025. 2026, my goal is whatever that is, and I'm going to fulfill this. And if I need help, I'm going to ask for it. And there are people out there, such as myself, who are looking and open for people who want help to be able to help them. So you're not in this by yourself. God is an amazing God. He's a great God. He never leaves us hanging. So, guys, I want to say happy 2026. Let this be a blessed and wonderful year for ourselves. Let's get prepared for 2026. How do we prepare for ourselves? Getting things in order, because we don't know what all 2026 has to bring, but we do want to be prepared. Let's make it happen. Let's come together. Let's all make it happen. We all have something of essential value to bring to the table to help each and every one of us on here. Let's make it happen for 2026. Dr. Derek, I want to thank you for your time. I want to thank everybody for your time in hearing this out. If you have any other questions, anything that you guys want to add to that, please do. As my goal for 2026 is to not be a mirror of 2025 or any mirror or any year prior to that, but to be a booming year, despite what 2025 it was, to be an even greater year than what 2025 was. That's my goal. And so thank you again. I hope all of you have a blessed and wonderful day.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you very much, King Tim. Really appreciate that awesome presentation. Really appreciate that. Was awesome. Any comments, any questions, anything to divulge? The hand raise is there. Should be at the top of your screen. If you're on a computer, I think it's at the bottom if you have a phone. I think, not sure, but it's either at the top or the bottom if you have a phone. But it's definitely at the top, middle, center, right? So if you want to raise your digital hand, or you just want to unmute and speak, anyone? Okay. All right. So everybody is good, I guess. It was very straightforward that you got to do something different for 2026 if if you want to be more successful than what you were in what you are in 2025. All right, you're going to have to do something different. Going to be a little bit more than you are in 2025 for 2026. Thank you again, King Tim. Really appreciate. And so still haven't seen any hands, and people are just commenting. Thank you very much in the YouTube. Yeah, just giving thanks and so on. All right. So at this time, we're just going to ask you, King Tim, to just give your final comment.
Yes, thank you. So yeah, my final comment to you guys is in this matter is that the person you are in 2025, don't be that person for 2026. Let the person you are 2025 stay in 2025, and with an objective that the person of 2026 is going to be a even better person than I was for 2025. That is my agenda, to be a better person. How I am, how I think, how I did things, how I feel, all of these things that made me up and why I did the things I did in 2025, I'm not taking that into next year. Not with New Year's resolutions of doing greater than what I did in 2025. I have to say to myself that I have to be an even greater person for 2026 to fulfill in doing so. And it's not hard. It's not a lot. It's just each and every one of us taking responsibility to in a daily, day-to-day development. Recognizing that development is every single day. Each and every one of us taking the responsibility of investing in ourselves every single day. Words of wisdom, encouragement, words of providence every single day. And in doing so, guess what? Who you become is a given. You don't have to force yourself and hope yourself. You become a different person, and things will be different. Dr. Derek, if you don't mind putting my number in the chat, guys, when it comes to these things, getting things in order, I'm here to help. If you, when it comes to finance, when it comes to legal matters, when it comes to health matters, any matters that you have, if you have an issue, I ask that Dr. Derek has my information there. Give me a call. Let's talk for 5 to 10 minutes. Allow that 5 to 10 minute conversation to be a life-changing conversation. What's the worst case scenario? There is none. The worst case scenario actually would be to not change, to not make any changes and any adjustments going forward with the hope and the desire of seeing change and adjustment. That's the worst case scenario. But the first step is doing what I need to do and getting that. And guys, when we talk, my objective is not to talk to you to consult. My objective is to talk to you to get to know you, to become your friend. And from there, as a friend, I can pour into you. I can help you. Whatever area you need, it doesn't matter. As a friend. That's what we need in this life today. Friends, friendship, people we can trust, people who have a heart for doing what is right. So, Dr. Derek, you can put my number in the chat. Anyone who's available, feel free. I would love to talk and make and help you in making 2026 a new year with new resolutions. Thank you again for your time.
All right. Thank you very much, King Timothy Ferguson Jr. Really appreciate. And yes, your numbers in the very chat. It's there in meeting. It's there on the YouTube channels. So just click on whether the number, his website is there. So if you want to take a look at what he's about, then his website is there, and of course his contact information. All right, thank you very much, King Timothy Ferguson Jr. Really appreciate. And just to let you know, as we close the curtain, because this is the last deep dive meeting for the year 2025, because come Thursday, it will be January 2026. Come Thursday, it will be January 1, 2026. All right. And so therefore, as we close the chapter down on 2025, we just want to thank King Tim for that presentation. And we also want to thank and pray for Queen Dr. Tunishai Ford. Right, there is a little situation in her family. So just keep her in your prayers for those who pray. And also, we want to thank Queen Dr. Tunishai Ford for the amazing mindsets that she has done for 2025. We also want to thank Queen Jacqueline Warner. Really appreciate another mindset person here on Deep Dive. And we do want to thank, of course, my wife, Queen Miriam Clark. Just want to thank her also, another mindset person, right? We also want to thank Queen Yvonne Finn, right? Another mindset person here on Deep Dive, Globally Changing Life. Also want to thank our First Lady, Queen Dr. Benny, all right? When it come on to cyber security. Oh my, she has been doing that for maybe about 3 years now. So we just want to thank First Lady Queen Dr. Benny also, most definitely. And we want to thank Queen Dr. Nadu, right? Wonderful person in the background mostly. And our after party host. Just want to thank Dr. Um, Nadu, right? Also want to thank um, Queen Debbie McCormick. All right, she has been a host for maybe about 2 or 3 years also. So just want to thank Queen Debbie McCormick and also Queen Dr. Patience. All right. And so just want to thank all of these persons and of course everyone here on this platform, meeting platform, and also those on YouTube platform. So we just want to thank each and every one for their wonderful job, wonderful experience, and wonderful presentations. Just want to thank everyone that presented. I think also the Queen Dr. Doris, I think presented a couple of times. So just want to thank Queen Dr. Doris also. And King Bishop Harold. Just want to thank you also. Um, Queen, Queen everyone else. And most definitely, want to thank everyone that is here, right? Um, especially King Carlton, and you know, that's my inspiration. I know that he's definitely going to be on. So whether it snow or it rain or it very hot. I know King Carlton and Queen Lily Lane is going to be here. So, and all those who are here, Queen Rosanna, Queen Nadine, Queen Nancy, Queen Jane, Queen Mabel, everyone who is always here, Queen Roslyn, Queen Pastor Tony. Oh yes, another mindset person. Sorry, really apologize. Queen Pastor Tony, right? Another mindset person there. Very, very efficient and give her all, right? And of course, if you need someone to look over your book before you publish it, then of course that's the person to speak with. Um, and also, Queen Dr. Tunishai Ford, right? She's a editing chief also, and she has a magazine that is free, and you can subscribe for it. It's free, and the link is also in the description and in the um, flyer that we sent out. And if you want to put an article in there also, that will be the person to speak with Queen Dr. Ford. All right. So I hope I cover everyone, and who I don't call by name, don't feel bad. I do apologize, but I thank everyone who came on. If it's even once you came on the deep dive program from 2021 until now, if you have even came on once, we do thank you for your presence and your support here on Deep Dive Globally Changing Life. So as we wrap up this last meeting for 2025 and you are still alive, that is a blessing. And of course, you know, you need to have some gratitude because a lot of people did not live through 2025. So if you live through 2025 and you are still alive, thumbs up, good to go. So 2026, I hope that for you, everything that you want to flow will flow. So that is my hope for everyone. All the blessings that you want to flow will flow for you in 2026. All right. So for me, thank you all very much. And especially those now on the YouTube platform, thank you all very much. The information for King Tim is in the chat, and you can contact him at any time. All right. So thank you very much, YouTube, on the YouTube. And so we just want to give you thanks and bid you goodbye for 2025 and see you on Thursday, 2026. Dream Team not going to have any meeting on Sunday again. And so I'm not sure about Whole Passion on Thursday morning, not sure about One Global Movement on Wednesday and Thursday. So, you know, if you have the information for them, someone can speak. 26. All right. Because I've not seen any update for this week for One Global Movement or Whole Passion. All right, but I know Dream Team on Sunday. There will be no Dream Team meeting on Sunday. All right. So thank you all very much. YouTube, you know, we're going to have a little after party here. So if you want to stay, so desire for that after party. But those on YouTube, thank you very much. And you have a great evening and see you on Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard